to cloud. Okay, and okay. All right. CJ Wildheart, thank you very much for this, I would say, return engagement on Strange Ways Radio. It's been a while though, man.
Yeah, it
Um,
has.
I've been a couple years at least since our last talk. Um, and I'll try not to ask too many of the same questions, but it's been a while, of course.
Yeah. I think the last time I spoke to you was when my last solo album was out, which was
I
3
think
years
so.
ago. Yeah, so
Yes, yes,
2017. So yeah, it's been a few years.
yes. As I always have a great time talking to you, and thank you for joining in again. This will be the first time that we're really in the 21st century. We are doing it over Zoom this time. Last couple times I talked to you, I had to get myself an international calling card.
I remember, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, man.
People don't make phone calls anymore.
No, they don't.
I'll be lying if I've done a lot of interviews over Zoom, So
yeah. Oh, good.
the
Hey,
last few months or so, yeah.
very good. Bill from Rock Show just okay. Just joined us. Bill, are you there? At least I admitted him. Let me see participants. He should. I should be. Oh, Bill, are you
Yeah,
there? Oh,
I'm
there you
here.
are. Good. All right. Very good. Just checking. All right. Well, all right. I'm Bill, CJ, Bill. Hey.
What's up, CJ? How's it going?
I'm really well, very, very busy at the moment.
Yeah, I guess so. With the new record coming out, or
Yes.
it's already out, isn't it?
Well, it comes out on my own label, but I do the mail out as well. So I've been packaging for the last week or so. So it's
Oh, I saw that picture online. Yeah, with the boxes of CDs there waiting for you to
Right.
stamp
yeah.
and put out.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've got it's not like I'm going on tour or anything, so I've got the time. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah.
Very good. So CJ, since we're mentioning it, and now let's get right to the new album right away. It is called Siege, and wow, man, this has got to be one of the heaviest albums I have heard from you, man.
Yeah, I mean it's my lockdown album. I mean, I started
Yes.
writing it was like back in March, sort of April time. But originally I wrote 4 songs which were going to be on the next Wildheart album, but the Wildheart album got put back and that won't be coming out till September next year. And I needed these songs to come out this year. It was about what I was feeling, through lockdown and for the summer. And so I took the songs and added another 4 songs, and hence my mini album coming out. But it's angry and it's heavy for a reason, because I'm singing about things which wound me up and made me very angry this year. So
I don't blame you there. This has been a rough year for everyone, man.
Yeah.
Oh wow. And it's so okay. So rough that at least over for the airwaves, I can play about half the album only. Let's say that. But it's a great album, though.
Yeah, there's a few choice words in there. Sometimes you just, there's, language is a wonderful thing, but sometimes, to get your point across,
Right.
you've got to use expletives, and if people are offended by that, I really don't give a flying it. It's like people who are offended by, words really don't
Yeah.
need to be in my world, and
Right.
and yeah, I'm getting a point across. This isn't like Mariah Carey wishing everyone happy Christmas. This is me telling the world, you're a bunch of clowns, you're a bunch of jokers, and things could have happened and things could have changed. And in your country and my country, around the world, people just acted like the biggest bunch of selfish, a-holes I've seen. I'm
Oh yeah, we
embarrassed
know,
to be
man.
human. I'm embarrassed to be a man, a person on this planet. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy, and we can only say on our part, uh, you know, let's just say we are very happy that we're getting a new administration soon. Okay, and that's all I'm going to say.
Put it this way. I mean, if we regress and go backwards any further, we're gonna, just disappear. So the only way right now is up. I think we're kind of at the bottom, so there isn't much room to go down further. So the only way is up. So that's the positive, and I always look forward to a brighter future. So it's what keeps me moving forward. It keeps me making music. It keeps me, I have a beautiful son, a 6-year-old. It's the reason why I'm alive. He's the reason why I want to live. And I have a great band in the Wildhearts. I want to tour again. And we're talking about our next album now. And it's always about moving forwards, regardless of the idiots you're surrounded by. Always move forward. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. And you just mentioned touring, right? I hope sometime in the near future, you and the Wild Hearts can hopefully come back to the States again. And oh man, and you guys put on a fantastic show, and I just missed that, man. Really.
That was.
Is there any chance you guys coming back to America?
We will. I mean, the problem we have right now is Ginger can't get a visa. So once
Really?
we sort, once but it's looking like it should be all right now. It should be able to get in. But I mean, we've had. I mean, our last shows were in February. And we don't know when we're going to start playing again. Festivals kick off again in June, and I don't even know if those festivals are going to happen. So, but we will come back to America, of course we will. And there's a host of other countries we are supposed to be going to this year, like South America. We were going to do our first tour over there, and that all got pulled. And we had all the big festivals in Europe, and they all got pulled. So, I mean, everything's on hold at the moment, but us, like all the bands in the world, once they press that go button, we're going to be off like greyhounds,
Yeah.
Good. Yeah,
And
we miss you guys, man. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I know. Last time I saw you personally, I think it was on the anniversary tour of the Earth Versus, man.
Was that in New York?
It was great show.
Yeah.
And I got to meet you in person afterwards too.
Well, I can't.
Yeah.
You know what? I can't remember the show, if I'm honest with you. So it's just. I mean, we've done a lot of touring. I mean, since we last played there, since we last spoke, the Wildhearts have released an album and a mini album, and our first album in 10 years came out, and we did a lot of touring, and we've played New York a few times. My family live in New York, so New York's always really special for me.
Nice.
It's, I prefer the weather in California, if I'm honest. But, I do like a good New York show.
Yeah.
New York's got more heart.
Right. And very first time that I saw you guys, he's at a club show up in New York. I didn't talk to him, but I think I noticed your family in the audience there.
You can't
And-
miss them. They're all
Yeah.
the only brown people in the audience, apart from me on stage. They were either it was either my family or they were taxi drivers or delivering Indian food. So,
Oh, well, I wasn't going there, but okay. Well, oh, all right. Hey, that brings up a question then. All right. Hey, hey, okay. Hey, was getting into hard rock music, okay, hard rock and punk, any different for you coming from your background than the average rocker?
no, absolutely not. I didn't grow up with my family. My dad was in the British Army, and my mum was a nurse in the British Army. That's how they met in London. But
Oh, wow.
my dad's from British Guyana in South America,
Mm.
and my mum's from the Seychelles, and they were both British colonies. And my dad's family all emigrated to New York. Most of them live in Queens. Some live in Jersey.
Wow.
And I have about maybe a couple of hundred relatives in New York. My dad joined the British Army, moved to Britain, met my mom, had me and my brother, and we grew up around the world. So, I lived in Singapore, Malaya, Germany, and came back to Britain when I was 15. So they were my family, and we didn't have. I'm half African, half Indian, but and I was brought up with a wonderful food. But my mum and dad are very cosmopolitan, and so they taught me about the world and the different colors, creeds, and religions out there. And
Good.
my dad's family are very musical. My both my uncles moved to New York in the 70s to join bands and do drugs and meet women. Not that I've ever done anything like that before.
No, of course not.
But no, I had a very cosmopolitan upbringing. So when I told my dad I wanted to play the guitar, he said, "Oh, all your family play and everything." So it was a family thing. And but I got into rock music. Punk and rock. It just excited me, how electric and alive it was. But that scene, even to this day, it's still predominantly a white scene. And when I moved to London in the 80s to play in bands, there was only one other my brown guitar player, and that was Slash on the other side of the pond.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Slash representing that kind of rock thing. And then you had the hardcore scene with Bad Brains, and then you had Fishbone, but it's kind of went wrong with Living Color, but let's not go there. And then it's always been predominantly white, but it's a scene which sings to me. I've always been a misfit. When I was 16, I had hair down to my ass and I wore full makeup, and I never fitted into the small town thing. I needed to move to Soho in London and hang out with pimps and hoes and dealers and musicians and punks and goths and glam rockers, and it's always sung to me that sort of alternative sort of way of living, and it's got nothing to do with where you come from, what color you are, what religion you are, what gender you are. It's a calling, and anyone
Right.
yeah.
Right. Wow. Okay. Hey, what was it? Okay. What or who was it that that first made you pick up that guitar? Who first inspired you?
Actually, it's the band behind you right now.
Oh,
Kiss.
Kiss! Hey.
So what it was is like when I was 12, a friend, because I grew up in the British military. My dad was stationed in Germany, and I was out there for 7 years. But we had mixed schools, so we had American military children there and British military children. And an American friend of mine gave me a cassette of Unmasked, Kiss Unmasked.
Oh, great album!
And that was the first Kiss album I heard. And Kiss were huge in Germany. You'd see them everywhere, on like posters on the bus stops, billboards. and they were a really big band, and I became aware of them by seeing their adverts plastered everywhere, and I got unmasked and put that album on and just fell in love with them. And it just happened so that a couple of weeks later Kiss were playing in Hanover where I lived, and
Nice.
my dad took me and my brother to go and see Kiss. Yeah, we were I was 12, he was 11, and Iron Maiden were supporting them.
Wow.
They were on
Which,
their first album tour, and they supported Kiss in Germany. And I remember turning around to my dad going, "That's what I want to do," when Kiss came on stage. And
Nice.
so from that day, I always wanted to play in a band. And then I discovered, bands like, the Police and the Clash and the Pistols and stuff. And I toyed with glam rock, but when thrash metal really hit, that's when it was like, whoa, everything kind of, early Metallica and like Anthrax, everything kind of fell into place for me. It was, and that scene Ginger loved as well. So when we were putting the Wildheart together, we wanted to. The reason why the Wildheart sound like they do, we're not a rock band, we're not a punk band, we're not a metal band, we're not a thrash band. We mix everything into the pot. It's because we wanted to sound like all our favorite bands, and we love Kiss, we love Metallica, we love Slayer, we love the Pistols, the Clash, we love country, we love pop. So why not put it all into one song? And that's that's the Wildheart sound, isn't it? It's a bit of everything.
Yeah, it is. It is, and it's a great mixture, really.
Mm.
Bill, any questions on your end?
yeah, of course. So with this new album, I saw the video you had the Joker makeup on, and you were saying about how you felt about you felt like people were being jokers in the world. Is that why the makeup went on for the video?
Yeah, I mean, the song was called State of Us, as in look at the state of us, look at the state of you. If someone's lying in the gutter and they're being a bum, and you say, look at the state here. And it's just because if anything, this year has just shown up what we are. We really are a bunch of clowns on this planet. And I tar everyone with the same brush because you get good people, bad people, you get smart people, you get silly people. But I think as a species, this year we've really let ourselves down, and we are a bunch of clowns, hence me wearing that makeup. And I play 3 different members of a band, and they've each got different types of clown makeup. But it's me just saying to the world, yeah, you're a bunch of clowns.
Wow.
And is that mainly the way people are acting around this virus?
Everything.
No.
They did, the George Floyd thing in America, the virus,
Right.
the politicians. It's like there was a couple of key moments this year when the world could have changed for better, and we needed some diplomacy, and we needed some smart people, and we needed some maturity, and everything went wrong. I mean, look at the virus with the hoarding and people buying toilet paper and all that rubbish, and then the riots and the looting, and it's like, as Fishbone said, you give a monkey a brain, they'll swear they're at the center of the universe.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, because this new record, it's I mean, it's not as distorted as Endless Nameless, but it's got that really raw feel to it. So,
Yeah,
when you
it's a hardcore punk album with touches of thrash metal in there, and with a very angry person singing. I wasn't see, I'm not an angry person. What I did is put all right. This year's made me really angry. There's a lot of personal stuff. Both my parents have dementia, and I've hardly
Oh,
seen
God
them
bless.
because they've been sheltering, and I didn't see my girlfriend for 3 months during lockdown, and
Oh gosh.
she was in another part of the country, and my son was home. I had to homeschool him. My uncle died. My dad's best mate died. It's my dad almost died twice, and he's
Oh
still here.
wow.
And it's both my parents are in different homes. They haven't seen each other since March, and it's really tough. And so there was a lot of anger and just I needed to let it out, and I let it out in a really positive way into music, into making music. I mean, some people will use their fist, some people will hit the bottle, some people will use drugs. Really weird people will go to church. I lead it to like, I'm British. We don't pull. We don't hold back.
Right.
By the way, I was brought up Roman Catholic. I was an altar boy.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And my
Wow.
grandfather,
I understand why you're against
on my
the church.
dad's side, is the head of the Lutheran Church in British Guyana as well. So
Wow. Interesting.
yeah.
Wow.
So
I can understand why you're against religion.
Hmm? Yeah,
I can understand why you're against religion then.
I'll tell you a story in a minute, but I put those negative and angry issues I had into my music, and I think that's a really positive channel for those emotions, and hence the music having so much passion. But I've exercised the demon, should I say? I'm good.
All right,
Good.
good. And like
Awesome.
you said, it's
Awesome.
better to put it into music.
It's everyone has
lot worse way
passion.
to do it.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has passion in them, and passion could be love, but it's also anger as well. And it's, there's a lot of negative passion. And for me, putting it into music is the best way. I'm not a boxer, I don't do much sports, or, I'm not much of a drinker. I don't do drugs anymore. And, it's I need a channel, and music is my outlet, at the moment. And it's my therapist and my therapy, should I say.
It's great because it's like I said, it's just it's a loud, angry record, and I'm digging the hell out of it. So, and I'm sure once our listeners get to hear it, they'll be digging it too.
When I was saying, I was an altar boy. My mum was is and was still a very strict Roman Catholic, and so she basically brought me and my brother up Roman Catholic. And when I was 13, she gave me the choice whether I wanted to carry on being a Roman Catholic or and I said, absolutely no, I'm definitely not going to pray anymore. And I said, if there's a God, I've been to church enough. And I was an altar boy as well. And I said, there is no way I'm ever going to do this ever again. And I stopped believing in God and stuff like that when I stopped believing in Father Christmas. So I was around about sort of 8 or 9. And but I was an altar boy, and so I was a really bad altar. Like Bad Santa. They could make a movie about me and call it Bad Altar Boy. So whenever we were doing baptisms, when I was working, I used to change the holy water into tap water, and I used to lick the host and the bread. Used to lick it.
Oh my gosh!
And I also used to make up sins to make when I went to confession, to make the father gasp, and he just thought I was Damien. And
I gotta ask you, what was the worst sin you ever told him?
I tried to kill my brother. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's pretty bad. Yeah. I'd say that's
Yeah, he asked me how, and I said with love.
Oh jeez,
We're a really close family, just like Well, I was in a Roman Catholic church. They get quite close, don't they, to the boys sometimes?
Well, unfortunately, that does happen. So that's a whole other album, isn't it?
Yeah, holy water.
Oh,
if I ever offer you some holy water, please don't take it from me.
Oh, yeah. I can't imagine. Wow. Okay. All right. Hey, to change subjects now. All right. Hey, one thing that I always found cool about you and Ginger, both, okay. Hey, both doing what you did with your guitars. Hers, you, okay. You always cover yours with like 100+ stickers.
Yeah.
Hers did that just happen in on the spur of the moment, and you just kept it going, or what?
Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, we just started. People used to just give us stickers, and then we just started sticking them. Originally, you used to cover your guitar case with stickers.
Right,
Everyone used to
right,
put,
right.
you know, like their passes or stuff on their guitar cases, and we just started putting them on our guitars, and it just became a thing. It's kind of like it's like I know other bands do it, but when you think of stickered guitars, you kind of think of me and Ginge now, the Wildhearts, and it's like
Definitely.
it's kind of our thing, and especially my Lucille, my 335. It's quite a a popular guitar, and Ginge had Old Faithful, his Les Paul, which he hasn't got anymore, but
Right.
all our guitars, yeah, they have stickers on them. Yeah, it's I think people when they come and see us, if we don't have guitars with stickers on it, they think they're seeing a different band. You know,
It's a tribute band.
yeah. And you know, our guitars are dirty as well. They stink. They're rotten. You know. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. But after you fill up the get guitar completely, which I've seen, all right. He, he, do you lacquer them
No,
afterwards
no.
to make it
We keep
impermanent?
adding stickers. Keep adding stickers all the time. So,
Okay.
and like
Right.
on my 335, I mean, that's probably 4 or 5 layers of stickers.
Oh wow.
And it's also the way you kind of clean it as well. Maybe once
Oh.
every 2 years, I will add another 50 or 60 stickers on top, and then that's how you kind of get the guitar clean and fresh looking again.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, after we're done here, all right. Hey, you need to give us your mailing address, right? Hey, we okay. We just have to send you some WLFR stickers, please.
Yeah, send them over. And next time I
Yeah.
pick up the guitar, I'll put one on there so you can.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Then
All
you
right.
got to bring it to America so we can see it.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
The thing is, it's like America is like really close to all our hearts, and obviously with my family living there and a lot of them being from there, you know, it's we have to come back to America, and I'm sure, you know, we won't have the visa problems we've been having, and you know, I don't think it will be next year, but I definitely think in 2022 we will be, you know, coming over to the States to do some shows, definitely.
Good.
And you said your family's from Queens, so I guess they're New York Mets fans.
I have no idea, but they live in a place called Little Guyana. Most of them, you know, it's in Jamaica, in Queens. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay, all right.
They're Guyanese, so they all kind of live together. And I have a few in Manhattan and a handful in Jersey as well. So, you know, as they get richer, they move out. You know.
Yeah, I was going to say Manhattan is not a cheap place to live, so good for them.
Yeah, I have a cousin who lives actually, I don't know if she lives in Manhattan or the Hamptons now. I think
either one is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with everything being shut down, though,
Yeah.
Manhattan's not the same place. That's for sure. Not well.
New York. I
New
mean, New York is like it's like London. It's well overpriced. It's like it's just not worth the money. You know, it's crazy. Who pays and it stinks in summer as well. It's got a weird smell in summer in New York.
Yes, it has its own odor, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. And the subway in the summer, woo, that's fun.
Yeah, it's funky, I think the word is.
Yeah, like Europe.
I mean, London doesn't really smell anymore, but yeah, New York in the summer, wow. But the pizza's good in New York. I like the pizza. You can't get a good curry in America, full stop. But the pizza's great.
Really?
Yeah, you don't know curry. You're not very good at hot sauces either. I know you think you are, but you're not.
I'm surprised that somewhere in New York you couldn't find a place. You know, I mean, there's 100,000 restaurants.
But they're not as good as if you want a curry like outside of like Asia, man, you got to come to like England, man. You got to come to London.
Yeah, how about that? All right.
Yeah, I mean, our curry is like it's just I've had a lot of curries in America. Some of it, I mean, I don't even know what it is in front of me. I don't know whether to like eat it or take it to bed, you know?
Well, if it doesn't taste
All right.
good, you take it to bed and maybe, see how it is at that.
Maybe I should take it to church.
There you go.
All right. I'm just curious. Is it just that they're not hot enough for you? Is it something else or
No, I
what?
mean, I lie. I mean, generally, you get a decent curry in
Mhm.
New York. It's not close to like a British curry, but I mean, the worst curry I had was in Quebec, in Canada.
Oh.
But I mean, honestly, who goes to Canada for a curry? I mean,
True.
you know, it was bad. I mean, that I don't know what it was. In LA, you get a lot of decent food there as well. But what I love about America is the gourmet junk food. It's the best junk food in the world, like the wings and the burgers, gourmet junk. It's when I'm touring America, I want to have an In-N-Out burger. I want to have like buffalo wings, and there's things that, I mean, I'm a foodie, so some of that gourmet junk, it's just awesome.
I don't think we have In-N-Out burgers on the East Coast yet.
No, we
that's
don't.
that's why LA is great.
Right.
For me, they're the best burgers in America. I mean, I know people might be going, what? Better than
Okay.
McDonald's?
All right. If you do, okay, do make it to the East Coast, okay, at least in Jersey, all right, while we don't have In and Out, all right, a really good smaller chain around here is called Five Guys.
Yeah,
They are
I
really
have
good.
Five Guys in my town here.
Oh, you do? Oh, wow. That's awesome.
I had a Five Guys hot dog about 3-4 days ago with my son.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
It's the same, but I mean, Five Guys are all right, but
Yeah.
they're not In and Out.
Oh, really? Okay.
Hey,
we've never had In-N-Out. We're from the East Coast, so we've never had
what's
an
that
In-N-Out.
place called, man? The Shake Shack. I went. They do a good.
Okay, there you
cheeseburger.
go.
Oh, yes. That's a place. Yeah.
Yeah, they do a good cheeseburger, man. Yeah.
Cool.
I tell you what,
Cool.
in New York is an awesome steak as well. Really good steak.
Nice.
Yeah. And those what are those steak cheese sandwich things, man? They're great.
How about
cheesesteak sandwich? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right then.
That's a Philadelphia thing.
Right. Hey,
you get them in New York as well. I've always had them in New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm out in Philly. Okay. Hey, I'm out Philly. Cheesesteak's good, but actually, I'm where Bill and I are. All right, outside Atlantic City. All right. Hey, I'm Atlantic City style cheesesteak. To us, well, to me at least, is better than the Philly cheesesteak. I'm sorry.
I have that too. I mean, because we don't have them we don't have cheesesteak in Britain. So we get
different bread we have.
Right? But I'd love to try it. Love. I mean, I love
Atlantic City. You got to come to Atlantic City.
America, man. America is it's like that gourmet junk food. It's just lovely, But you got to do shows, or else we'll come back like 500 pounds. The whole band, each of us.
I was gonna say, all right. I'm being such a foodie. How are you so thin?
I have a nervous disposition. I'm quite hyperactive. I'm always on the go. I'm always doing stuff. Even during lockdown, I'm always working. I'm always moving. And even after this, I have to go and pick up my 6-year-old from school club and then bring him here and cook him and bathe him. And I never. It's my girlfriend always says she's never met anyone who finds it. I find it such hard work to stop and relax. It really kills me. It tires me out.
Wow.
Relaxing and stopping. So I always try and it's really hard for me to sit down, but I'm learning how to relax and kind of just. I used to smoke a lot of weed to chill and just relax, and I haven't smoked weed in years, decades, and
Good,
so
good.
I used to drink a lot to relax, and I don't drink much anymore, and so I have a lot of natural energy, so I'm trying to find other ways just to burn it off and to chill, and it's I'm getting there. It's work in progress.
Well, maybe I
And
should
then you'll
tell you
blow
this
up
now,
like
but,
us. And then you'll blow up.
it looks like weed is being legalized in pretty much all of America soon. So
Yeah,
you'll be able to buy that like regular cigarettes.
So well, how does that work? Can you just go into a shop and buy like some weed, or do you need to have a prescription for it, or?
Well, right now you got to have a prescription in New Jersey, but they've I don't know how exactly it's going to happen, and it might not be for a couple of years, but
Yeah.
it was voted on, and it was the people have spoken, and they want legal weed in New Jersey.
All right.
So I think you will
I mean,
probably be able to go into a shop and buy it at
I
some
don't
point.
smoke it any. I don't smoke weed. I mean, I don't do drugs anymore. I mean, I stopped all the
Yeah.
hard stuff when I turned 40. That was almost
Good.
14 years ago. I'm 53. In about 11 days time, I turned 53. So,
No, well,
Happy
happy
birthday early.
thank you. And
You're
weed
welcome.
was the last one to go. It was the last sort of drug I stopped, and but I don't. My life's changed, and I'm not one of those people who has regrets. I loved being high, and I loved being a bum and touring around the world and doing thousands of shows. I wouldn't change a thing, and but I'm a father now. I'm a 53-year-old, and I have a 6-year-old son who keeps me on my toes, and he kicks my butt on a daily basis, and it's the most important job I've ever had. It's being
Oh,
a dad.
definitely.
It's
Yes.
the job. It always feels like people always go like being a musician's a lifestyle and a life choice, but my job is I'm a dad.
Right.
I'm a dad, and
I understand that completely.
I try and be a dad and a decent person now, and a good boyfriend. And I try. I leave the church alone now.
And it hasn't affected your music because, like we said, this new album is just it's a barn burner. It really is. It just blasts out, and it's great. So
I mean, as I say,
your lifestyle has definitely not slowed down musically, which is great.
No, I mean, the other thing is although the way I live is kind of slowed down. I don't party anymore, and I'm not like this crazy fool like I used to be. But I have I want to go out on flames musically. I don't want to go out playing the blues or playing acoustic music. I want to go out playing the heaviest and most energetic and exciting music I've ever made. And I don't see the point of getting older and having your music get as stale as you look. See what I mean?
Yeah, no, I 100%. I mean, with the lockdown and everything, there's so many people, and it's understandable they have to do it this way, but there's so much people doing acoustic music now, and
God,
and I'm going like, yeah,
Oh.
that's what I mean. It's like, plug it in, please. I mean, enough with this acousticness.
Oh, it's seriously. For me, it's just. I'd rather be a courier driver, delivery driver than acoustic music. It really is like I don't know. I mean, it's just it doesn't appeal to me at all, and there's nothing wrong in it, but it's just not for me. I want to go out kicking and screaming, and
Right.
I want my music to make people either go, "What on earth is that?" Not get, "Oh, that sounds beautiful. Let's light the campfire and sing." It's like,
No, I'll tell you what. I saw Metallica in concert for the first time back in '89,
yeah.
and when they brought out the acoustic guitars, my jaw
Really?
dropped. I'm going like, what the hell is Metallica doing with an acoustic guitar on stage in concert?
Did they?
And I'm going
Did
like,
they?
oh my
Did they
God.
set it alight and smash them up?
Pardon?
No.
Did they set the acoustic guitars alight and smash them up, or did they actually play them?
No, they actually played them. That was the problem. They should have smashed them, but they actually played them. I'm going, what the hell, man? This is
I mean,
Metallica.
during lockdown, I mean, everyone's livelihood in the world, but I mean, musicians weren't allowed to tour, and so there was a lot of lockdown concerts, and the easiest way to do that is to do it an acoustic based concert,
Right.
and you can film that shit on your iPhone, you can and broadcast it on Instagram or Facebook, and it's I understand people going down that route, but my version of that is my album. That's Siege is my acoustic lockdown show.
Well,
Yeah,
good,
very
good.
good.
I don't ever want to see you pick up an acoustic guitar, CJ.
You don't, man. You don't want to see what I'm going to do with that acoustic guitar. I'm
Well, there
telling
you
you.
go. Yeah. If you're going to smash it into a million bits, that's fine.
Oh, you don't
But I
want to
don't
see what
want
I'm
you
going to do
playing
to
it.
it before I smash it.
Ah, all right. Hey, speaking of the new album, a little bit more about the recording of it. Is it all you, or do you have some other musicians playing with you?
On all my solo albums, it's safe to say 95% of the playing is me. So all keyboards, guitars, bass, it's all me. But I use the last 3 albums I've used the same drummer. He replaced I recorded my home studio to a drum machine. So I program drums and build up a track around the program drums, and then once the album's finished, I do all the vocals, all the parts. Once the album's finished, then I replace the drums, and I've used the same guy, a guy called Jason Bold, on the last 3 albums, and he plays in a band called Bullet for My Valentine. I don't know if you've
Oh,
heard of him.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
We know them.
okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right,
he's from
yeah.
Bullet for My Valentine. He's played on my last 3 albums, and then I mix the albums with the same guy, Dave Draper, and we mix the album. But because I record on my own, it's quite cheap for me to make albums, and I use my home studio, and then we go and mix and do drums in a proper studio. But it's a really good way for me to work, and they're real solo albums in that extent. It is mostly me.
And how long did it take?
Takes about between sort of off and on, but it takes about 4 months, 4 or 5 months for me to make an album. That's not me working all the time. That's me trying to find the time to work. But it is it's between 4 and 6 months, depending on how much work I put into each song. But this album went down really easy because of the subject matter, because I was singing about something I was living in at the moment, and so and also I find that hardcore punk and going into tinges of metal, it's quite a natural process for me because of where I came from musically, and I definitely think I'm going to go more towards that heavier route in future with the solo stuff. I'm not going to go back. I came from a lot of my solo stuff's very pop based, but I'm definitely going down the hardcore sort of road of things. It's somewhere where I feel comfortable, journeying to, if you see what I mean.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm kind of funny, right? And most other the people kind of mellow out as they get older. You are doing the complete opposite.
It's a natural process for me, and I don't like there's certain genres of music I don't like. I don't like folk. I don't like country. I don't if I had to choose, like, there's 3 types of folk, country, and blues. I'd definitely go down a blues route. It's more, if I wanted to be more what's the word, beige. I'd go down the blues route. Well, it's not beige, but you know what I mean. If I wanted to be safe and all cuddly and friendly,
So you're not a big fan of vanilla radio, is what you're saying?
Vanilla radio. Yeah. I could never be a cowboy because I'm an Indian. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Time is flying by here. I know you said you wanted to. Well, no, sorry. I had to pick up your son soon.
Yeah, I do have to pick him up from the school club. I mean, you don't get more rock and roll than that, do you?
Yeah. The rock and roll dad, yeah, the heavy metal father. All right.
I actually said to my ex-wife, who's like, we're best mates and we get on really well. We only live like, you know, a few minutes apart and stuff. I said to her, should I give, because my son's on the front cover of the album, my new album, and it's him having a tantrum in a supermarket about 3 years ago, and it kind of sums up this year when you see like a little 3-year-old kicking off in a supermarket, you know. It's like
I've been there.
yeah, I think yeah. I've seen a few countries led by 3-year-olds.
I was just going to say that we as a country, we know what you're talking about.
But I said to my ex-wife, should I give a copy of this album to Josh, my son, to his teacher? She went, no. Whatever you do, do not give your son's teacher a copy of your album, please.
Oh boy.
Because you could imagine it, couldn't you? I mean, he's 6 years old. I mean, I think his teacher's head would start spinning hearing this album. Yeah.
Yeah, the bottom line is he's got the coolest dad in his class, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He's only just last year he suddenly became aware of what I did for a job, and up until then he thought I was a dancer who did star jumps. So,
so does he like your music?
Yeah, I mean, he's really into he loves like bands like Slipknot and Metallica.
But really, at 6 years old.
Yeah,
wow.
well, I mean, his stepdad's massively into metal. His mum's into metal. I'm into punk and metal and everything. But I've got him into punk. He's a massive fan of what's the ska band? The Interrupters. He loves the Interrupters.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I mean, I've got him into like the Clash and bands like that, Stiff Little Fingers, and he's really starting to discover punk. But yeah, I think he's into his metal at heart. Definitely into metal, and I've just bought him his first biker jacket as well.
Oh, there you go. He's a rocker all the way.
Yeah.
So no Wiggles then, right? So
he's a great kid. I mean, he's got his biker jacket, he's got his Converse on, his skinny ripped jeans. He's cool, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. And before we wrap things up, you know, I want to make sure where can people find your music? Where can they find you online?
Right. So right now everything goes through my online store. So you need to go to CJ Wildheart at the Big Cartel. So if you just CJ Wildheart Big Cartel, you'll come to my store. But there's links on all my Instagram and Facebook pages. But I'm basically, I do this myself at the moment, and then it comes out in the shops in the UK in March next year. But
oh wow, very good, very good. I have
my own hot sauce brand as well, so which is done really well. I've had to stop selling it because the album's taking over at the moment, and I can't.
Oh wow!
You see, since July, I've been packaging a lot of stuff. Yeah.
You're your own post office.
I am. I mean, because I'm not touring at the moment, you know, I could pay for another company to package my sauce and T-shirts and albums, but I'm not touring at the moment, so I don't see the point of wasting money. You know, I've got the time to do this, and I actually start recording demos for the next Wildheart album in next month.
Oh,
yeah. Ginger's already written and demoed up, I think, 11 songs. So
wow, that's great.
And then I've got 3 songs I want to put forward, and then we start recording the next Wildheart album, you know, imminently, you know, in the new year. So
looking forward to that, definitely.
Yeah. That was my next question too. Is how are the rest of the guys in the band? Everybody all right?
Yeah, they're good. They're good. I mean, Richie's the only member of the band who has another job, so. Him playing drums in the Wildhearts is his hobby, and he's actually a builder by trade.
Oh wow!
So he's always busy working, and whereas myself, Ginger, and Danny, you know, we play in bands. You know, I make music. That's how I make my living, and I also have my hot sauce brand. You know, which so these are things I do. It's my job. You know, it's rather than a lifestyle. But no, we're all good, and we all want to, you know, make the new album and start touring again, you know, after the summer. But we don't know what's going on in the world. Everything, all our tours keep being put back and put back, and now they're saying the festivals might not happen in June, and it's just like we don't know, you know.
I know. It all depends really on the vaccines coming out, I think. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they start. I won't be able to have a vaccine till probably March. You know, obviously
Right.
they do the more vulnerable people first. But I will take the vaccine. I don't have a problem with it. I don't think I'm going to be controlled by Bill Gates. You know, if I take a vaccine. You know, and you know, to be honest with you, the conspiracy people saying, "Oh, they're going to track you and stuff like that." They already know what you're doing. If you're on Facebook, I mean, people can listen to what we're doing right now. Or, you know, if you pay a bill, you got a bank account. I mean, and to be honest,
we all give it to them voluntarily now, anyway.
And most
we do.
people in the world are just ants. The government don't even care what you're doing. You know.
Yeah.
They just want to sell you stuff.
Yeah. The one thing they can't control is your personal choice. You can make your own decisions. Don't blame it on Bill Gates or nanobots or vaccines. You know, if you want to drink water, you choose to drink water. No one's making you drink it. You know, it's so people need to like grow some and, you know, be responsible for their own actions and stop blaming others.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Well, sir, it is a pleasure having you as usual, and it's.
Yeah, I hope I didn't raise too many eyebrows.
No, and
hey, you wouldn't expect anything different. You're a Wildheart, man. Come on.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're heavily censored now. I mean, back in the day, we were the biggest bunch of buttholes you could ever meet.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've been a fan of the Wildheart since Earth Versus came out. You know, I just, you know, I never heard of you guys, and there was a single. It was a single for TV 10 or not Caffeine Bomb. We got the single at the radio station. I never heard of you guys, and the CD was sitting there, and it had a cool cover. So I go, what the hell? I'll pop it in and see what it's like. I played it on the air without even hearing it first.
Wow.
And as I'm playing it, I'm going like, oh my God, this band, if this single is like the rest of the band, I just found my new favorite band. And you know, pure dumb luck that I came across that single, and that was it, man. From the first 10 seconds, been a fan ever since. So I think you guys are the best, and you know, wish you all the luck in the world, and hope that
it's a lovely story.
Get over here sometime.
Oh, it's lovely. I mean, we've only been together 31 years, and we're still trying.
Well, you definitely got it right. You know, no doubt about that. Because after Earth Versus, I started finding the older stuff too, and that stuff is, you know, all that. I mean, you just haven't put out a bad record. And you know what?
We're not the world's biggest band, but we have a very loyal fan base, and they've kept us, you know, alive, especially this year. And I can't thank them enough.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem. You should be the biggest band in the world.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's best to be the underdog, you know?
Well, yeah. And let me just say something controversial real quick, too. Endless Nameless is a great album. I don't care how much distortion's on it.
Listen, I'll tell you what, some of my favorite songs on it. Well, Urge is one of my favorite Wildheart songs that I didn't play on. And the live version, which is on our latest album, the live album has just come out. I think it's the definitive version of that song. It's just it really captures the beauty of that song, and it's hard to hear it with the type of mix on Endless Nameless, but it's not a bad album by a long shot.
No, not at all. But I mean, you know, as you know, a lot of people thought that it was recorded incorrectly, and I'm saying those people are wrong.
It's recorded correctly. It's a weird mix, you know, but sonically, I mean, if you're into that, so a lot of people will listen to my new album and go, wow, this is just way too heavy, you know, and yeah, I haven't got a problem with that. You know, there's a time and a place for every type of music.
Absolutely. And like I said, I haven't heard the whole thing yet, but what I've heard, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
I said, there's a time and a place for every type of music. And I said, as long as it's not acoustic.
100%. Yes, sir. You're 100% right.
No offense to those acoustic players out there. I do love you. I really do. You know, just don't
It's
play near
same
me.
for you. That's it.
You wait and see, like in 2 years' time, when my new solo album comes out, it will be British acoustic folk music, and you're going to be going,
Please don't
Well,
do that.
well, shoot, Ginger tried his hand making a country album, so
Ginger's one of those songwriters who writes so many different styles, and
yeah.
He's always trying different things and stuff. I mean, if I was going to try a different style of music, I would naturally veer towards hip hop and dance, because that's a genre of music I love and listen to, and I listen to a lot of hip hop, and rather than go towards folk or country. It just doesn't sing to me, so yeah, but I am not going to make a hip hop album, don't worry.
All right. Oh boy. And thanks again. And
thank you.
I do not want to make you late. We've been talking for close to an hour now. Okay,
yes.
It just flew by. Wow. Thank you again, CJ. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
been really, really enjoyable, and thank you very much. And you must, when the new Wildheart album comes out, I'd love to come and talk to you guys about that.
Oh, please do.
Guaranteed.
And hopefully the world will be in a different place by then as well.
Yes, I hope so. Okay. And as we're wrapping things up, if you don't mind, I sent you the last email. If you noticed,
IDs, yeah.
Would you mind doing that for us?
Yeah, let me just find them 1 minute. I might go blank in a minute, but you can still hear
it's fine.
me, yeah? You can hear me.
No problem. I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, I've got them here. 1 minute. Right. So, okay. Hi, this is CJ from the Wildheart, and you're listening to Strange Ways. Oh, I'm going to do that again because it's too small and I haven't got my reading glasses on. Right. That's the first time I've ever said that as well. Jesus. Right. 1 minute. Okay. Hi, this is CJ from the Wildheart, and you're listening to Strange Ways Radio with Matt on 91.7 WLFR Pomona.
Fantastic.
Hey, brilliant. Hi, this is CJ from the Wildheart, and you're listening to The Rock Show with Bill on 91.7 WLFR Pomona. Whatever a Pomona is, I want a slice of it.
Excellent, man. Excellent.
Fantastic.
What is a Pomona?
It's a city town, a city.
It's a city where the greatest radio station's at.
Oh God, It sounds like a really nice type of bread. I'll have a slice of Pomona, please.
Oh yeah. Hey, we are about 20 minutes outside of Atlantic City.
It's a really good name, the Pomonas band.
Hey, yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah.
There's also in Pomona, California too, but I think they stole it from us.
Right. Okay. It's a great name though. I like it. It sounds like a car, isn't it? A Ford Pomona GT. Right, guys. Thank you very much for having me, and like all
Thank
the
you,
best.
man.
Yeah, definitely. Let's talk after the Wildheart album is out. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Please do. Definitely. And maybe. Oh,
say hi to Ed.
What? Yeah, Ed. Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll talk to Ed. Maybe he if it's not in too much trouble, we could try to talk to you and Ginger both, if it's okay. Maybe.
It might be hard.
It might be hard. I thought so. Yeah.
And you might, when the album's out, probably the easiest way to get hold of Ginger will be to go through the management. So I'll hook you up. I'll hook up with our manager, and then I don't know if we'll be able to, unless we're both in the same room together and we don't know where we're going to be then.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
that'd be hard, but maybe
right.
you can interview Ginger separately and then interview me and then edit it together.
Okay, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
That would probably
That'd
be the
be
easiest one, but I'll see what I can sort out. Never say never. That's the.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right,
Thanks
take care,
again,
guys.
man.
All
Thank
right,
you.
Take care, man.
All right,
cheers.
take care.
Bye, Bill. How do I leave
All
this? I can't. There's no. There it is. Leave. Bye.
Bye.
Unplug it.
Oh wow. Hey Bill. How you
What's
doing? Oh, okay. You know what? I'm up. Let me stop recording. There we go. Stop recording.